Hello again, everybody. I've got a really cool video for you today. It is the Western Bowie knife. Western Bowie knife. You're like, why didn't you show us that knife? Well, on the other side, it's got evidence tape on it. Evidence tape. So there's a fun story behind this guy. Okay, so here is the Bowie. Look at that guy. Oh man, somebody has just let this thing go. And it's just not where it needs to be. So anyway, this is an old Western brand Bowie knife. All right. It's not very sharp anymore. You can see it's kind of got some age to it and wear to it. Somebody tried to carve whittle a stick with it or something. Probably didn't do very good. But anyway, so old Western Bowie knife. Why, you ask, does it have evidence tape on it? My father was a police officer. Just like I was a police officer. And one night my dad went to work. He got a call about a rough and rowdy person. And in Arkansas, that's kind of common. It's kind of common to get a call about rough and rowdy people. So anyway, my dad gets there to the call. And this dude pulls out this Bowie knife. And he says, "Let's go, old man." Well, you see where the Bowie knife is at now. Because I'm going to tell you, everybody wants to be a badass until badass things start. You know what I'm saying? When badass things start, people don't want to be a badass anymore. But if you pull out a knife like this on somebody, you best be willing to use it. Because if not, you fix to get a spanking real bad. Well, my dad, being the kind of guy that he is, which is a true badass, wouldn't you agree, RC? He does. My dad is an original badass. He was a badass back in the old days when badasses were still truly badasses. Luckily for me, he taught me all the things he knew. There we go. I'm not saying I'm a badass. I'm just saying that. So, anyway, this wound up in my dad's collection because the guy didn't come back after court to collect his cool weapon. I guess he didn't want to see the old man anymore. So it's been hanging on the old man's wall for a while. You can see I make cool little plaques and stuff. He just hung his piece of one of those zip tie things. But anyway, so this dude was actually carrying this knife, and there was some sort of domestic situation. And he had this big thing on his leg, man, this big old hog leg hanging down. When my dad shows up, he says, "Oh no, man, I ain't going anywhere with you." And of course, my dad put the thump on him and then took this away. And let me tell you something about these Bowie knives. If you're going to pull it, make sure you know how to use it. Because if not, they feel rough going up the butt, man. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, there's the old evidence tape. You can see how long that's been around. Long time. And the old man hadn't done anything with it. He hadn't cleaned it up or anything. But you could tell the dude wore this around. He used this, man. I have no idea what all he used it for, but I know that the last time he used it was that knife. So maybe there's some guy out there that's saying, "Hey, man, that's my knife." I don't know if you can watch YouTube in prison or not, but this has been several years ago. And you'd think, yeah, that was probably in the 50s or something. It wasn't. It was actually in the mid-90s. So the guy in Arkansas pulls this dude right here in the mid-90s. So I still kind of live in an old west area. That's why you see knives and guns and stuff all around me in my man cave, right next to the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell. So if you see those on the channel somewhere, click on one. But anyway, piece of advice. I've already told you, if you're going to carry a big old knife like this, and especially if you're going to pull it out and threaten to use it on somebody, make sure that you actually know how to use it, and make sure that the person that you're going to use it on ain't going to stomp you real good and then take it away from you and spank you on the behind with it. Because I think that's what my old man did with the dude, man. He just gave him a spanking with it. So, dude's watching, man. He's probably got PTSD from that, man. Having a spanking with his own Bowie knife. So there we go, man. evidence tape, Bowie knife. I did not find this at a flea market. My dad actually was a cop. This was actually, well, the guy pulled it out, tried to use it on my dad, and then my dad introduced him to a dance called the Dance of the Dumbass, and showed that dude what the two-step looked like for real. So anyway, hey, here's a shout out to my dad, an original badass. Remember, everybody wants to be a badass till badass things start. So, don't fool yourself. If you ain't a badass, just watch TV or something, man. All right, so thank you for watching, everybody. I want to give a shout out to my dad. I love you, and thanks for teaching me the things that you taught me. So there we go. One more episode for the Bastard Cats. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.